Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this video on ARK. It took way too long, all right? I've seen that ARK was bullish basically since the 27th of October last week. I never covered it, and the main reason for that is that I don't know. I mean, some cryptos are just difficult to analyze. So I never really like to publish a video on something I don't really know. So I did my best for ARK this time around. We'll take a look at some numbers you need to know about, and then in the end, we'll just talk about what's most likely to happen from here. Now, before we start off with that, I do have to lay a foundation that ARK is super manipulated. All right, if you take a look at where the volume is coming from, and just in general these moves, I mean, these moves are not normal. But if you take a look at where the volume is coming from, right here, you'll see that most of it is coming from Bybit, like 60% almost, which usually is a great indication that it's manipulated. Doesn't matter, all right? It can still be bullish, can still be bearish, all right? So that, it just doesn't matter that much, but it's something you should know, because in the end, like I always say that if you're a new retail trader, stay away from cryptos like these, all right? Because it's so difficult to trade them, and in the end, the manipulators make most money. All right, but now onto ARK. So when taking a look at all of the statistics, which we'll do, all right, what you'll see is that, if I can look it up real quick. Oh, excuse me, that was a very loud sound. That was a price alert going off for me, which I'll have to check out. But if you take a look at the open interest and the volume, which is basically an indication of momentum, it's not going up as much anymore as last week, but it's still very bullish. All right, so in that view, in that regard, ARK is still bullish. Now, what I always like to do though is I like to kind of set up an area, because you can see that ARK has found resistance here, all right, at around $1.05, a little bit above that. It has found resistance. So it's not that, and like I said, I mean, the open interest still bullish, but it isn't growing that much anymore. So if we take a look at the liquidation heat map, what you'll see is that most of the liquidation areas are around 0.9. I would say between 0.89 and 0.91. Now most of the liquidation levels at the top are at 1.1. So it's, to be honest, I mean, if you see something like this, a crypto that's manipulated, it usually hunts the liquidation levels. And you can also see that right here, like there was a lot of liquidation up here, price shot up to that level, and then back down again. And here, a lot of liquidation levels, ARK spiked down, and then went up again. A lot of liquidation, well, you know what I'm saying. So in general, I would say that the current situation is that ARK is in this level right here, between 1.1, I would say, and 90 cents. This is the area which it is in, and just looking at those liquidation levels, I mean, what's likely is that ARK is going to test. Can I zoom in a bit more? Yeah, all right, that's better. Now you can also see it better, hopefully. What's most likely is that ARK will test those liquidation levels, will grab liquidity there, and then the big question is, so I think it's likely that ARK will drop down to 0.9 and 0.8089, and if it's then able to hold that level, so if it spikes down there and then still closes above that level, it's most likely that it will still continue going up towards 1.1. And then potentially, like the next price target is 1.25. I would say this is the most likely scenario. All right, so that it grabs that liquidity and then starts moving up again, at least to 1.1. But I think a next bullish breakout is possible all the way up to 1.25. Now the situation changes because there's so much liquidation. I mean, what could also happen is that ARK breaks down below 89 cents, which is a bearish breakout. All right, so if it breaks down below 89 cents, like if it really closes below that level and is not able to break above that instantly after again, then it's just bearish. All right, then it's just a major bearish breakout, and then those long liquidation levels are just used by the manipulators as exit liquidity. And if they exit the price is not going to drop. The price is not going to continue increasing anymore. So it depends on how it reacts to that to that liquidity. Like if it grabs that liquidity and then bounces back up, that's bullish, and we can do something like this. If it grabs that liquidity but does not bounce back up and it's just used as exit liquidity, it's more likely that ARK will continue dropping down. It's a bit of a harder concept, I suppose. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But those are my thoughts for now. So if you do have any questions, let me know. Lastly, I also have my own premium trading group in which I share all of my trades. It's profitable. All of the results are transparent. If you're interested in that and my trading guides and the community that come with it, consider joining. Links will be down in the description. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.